How many different ways can they prove to us that they don't see us as human beings? Sorry, she's no longer your daughter, your sister, your mother, she's no longer that. She is now an incubator. Back in 2019, this was before Sam Alito wrote the Dobbs decision, quoting a 17th century witch-burning judge to end the right of abortion in the United States. The state of Georgia passed what they call the Life Act, which says that after 6 weeks, you may not get an abortion in Georgia. And most women, more than half of women who discover that they're pregnant after 6 weeks. And the bill, of course, is predicated on the assertion that you can hear a heartbeat at 6 weeks, which is not true. You can hear a bundle of cells that will eventually become a heart twitching rhythmically at 6 weeks. But that little bundle of cells is not a heart, and that is not a heartbeat. But in any case, Adriana Smith is a 30-year-old registered nurse. She was working at Emory University Hospital. One day she had a terrible headache. She went in to get checked. They did not do an MRI or a CT scan of her head, which they should have done. It turned out that she had a series of massive blood clots in her brain. She was 9 weeks pregnant, which might have had something to do with it. Blood clots are one of the potential complications associated with pregnancy, particularly for some women. And she was, 2 days after she was complaining of the headache, she was brain dead. She was dead. Her heart was still beating, but she could no longer breathe. I mean, her brain had basically stopped working. So they put her on a ventilator because she was 9 weeks pregnant. And they're like, to her family, sorry, she's no longer your daughter, your sister, your mother, she's no longer that. She is now an incubator for a fetus that the state of Georgia, the Republicans in the state of Georgia have decided must be protected at all costs. And to add insult to injury, this woman's family is having to pay for her hospitalization, or for the hospitalization of her corpse, basically. This is wild stuff. The doctors advised Smith's family that they are not legally allowed to consider alternatives. I just can't imagine. It's just... Jessica Valenti says, how many different ways can they prove to us that they don't see us as human beings? She's talking about women. You are a vessel, you are an incubator, but you are most certainly not a human being. Corpses have more rights than a pregnant person in these states with these election bans. How many families are they going to devastate? And, now this baby's going to be born and somebody's going to have to take care of it. That's another couple $100,000 in expense to raise a child through adulthood. And her family is going to be probably wiped out, maybe end up homeless, I don't know, because of the hospital bills.